reversal pattern. Reversal patterns in the past. What do you think the reversal pattern is? Just from the name, you should have an idea. What do you think they're talking about when they say something is a reversal pattern? Any idea?
Maybe the mode of reversing or the pattern in which the market is, if there is a particular way, if there is a stipulated way or something, I don't know, something like that. I'll think to watch out for where it will, that will show you that the market is reversing, something like that.
Okay. Thank you for that opinion. Any other person? Okay, now not to waste our time. Let's write. Reversal patterns are those patterns. Reversal patterns are those patterns created by the market. Created by the market that let you know. That the direction of the trend might be changing. First up. There are those patterns that let you know that the direction of the trend is likely to change. Let's put it that way. Is likely to change or might be changing. First up. Are we there? Is my white screen showing?
Yes, coach, is showing.
Oh, okay. Yes. So some of the reversal patterns we have are the major ones. Now, some of the popular reversal patterns we have. Number one. Double top and double bottom pattern. Number one, I said double top and double bottom pattern. One, double top. That's the spelling. Double top and double bottom. Double bottom pattern. Number two, that double top and double bottom is like giving you two separate patterns. Number two, head and shoulder pattern. Head and shoulder pattern. Are you there? Three, inverted head and shoulder pattern. Inverted head and shoulder pattern. And shoulder pattern. Stop. So for the sake of our lecture, we'll stick to this 4 patterns, right? They are the most popular you come across in the market when it comes to reversals. This will let you know. This will let you know on time that the market is reversing. Stop. Are we all there? Are we all there?
Yes, coach.
Okay, good. So, in other words, like I said, reversal patterns are
Please come again, coach.
I didn't get that. If you're saying something, say, let me know before I proceed.
I said you should please come again, like what you said before.
Where did you go that you want me to start coming again? So I said reversal patterns are those patterns that let you know that the market is changing direction. Now look at the word reversal. When you say something is reversing, you are changing direction, is it not? If you were going straight and they told you to reverse, what do you mean? You're facing the opposite direction. So a reversal pattern will let you know that the trend is about to change. So let's say we were in an uptrend. If we are experiencing some reversal patterns, that uptrend is likely going to be changing to a downtrend. If we're in a downtrend and we are spotting reversal patterns, it's like telling you that this downtrend will soon be changing direction and might start becoming an uptrend. Now, it's just like you being in a relationship. Nobody just breaks the relationship in one day and say no. The signals, the red flags would have been there, except you're not paying attention. Do you understand? Now, the same thing is in rare occasions that you just see the trend will change direction. But no, the signs are always there before that change occurs. But it takes you to now spot those reversal patterns. Do you understand? It's like the signs that the market is giving you that this market is likely to change. I actually told us of trend reversals. I thought about trend reversal signs back then, right? That the candles of the impulsive moves are getting shorter. But those ones were not pattern. They were just the signs you see, right? But when it comes to pattern, it's like saying, this thing takes this shape. So by the time I see this shape, I'm expecting a likely reversal in the market. Am I making sense? If I'm still making sense, please drop a 1 on the chat box. Drop a 1 on the chat box. Okay, great. We have to finish with this set this month by fire by force. Fight to the necessary. So today we are going to be starting with the first one. Everybody write the double top pattern. That's the first reversal pattern we're talking about today. And if you actually look at it very well, this pattern played out on, I think, GBP USD. So write double top pattern. The double top. I've written that now. I'm explaining now. So write down. A double top pattern is a reversal pattern, comma. Is a reversal pattern that lets you know that an uptrend, that an uptrend might likely be reversing that lets you know that an uptrend might likely be reversing to form a downtrend. To form a downtrend. Full stop. To form a downtrend. Full stop. This pattern looks like an M shape. M, letter M. It looks like an M shape. Looks like an M shape. Oh my God. Sorry, this market is so wicked. I'm seeing what's happening on gold, EU and GU, and I'm like, shit. I was waiting for the sell and eventually this market sold and then eat my stop loss. That's wickedness. It's failing me. But all the same, it's good to know that you were right, even if the market still showed you shady. So what was the last thing you wrote?
This market looks like an M shape.
An M shape. Okay, comma. The market stops making higher highs. The market stopped making higher highs. the market stop making higher highs, and it hits a resistance zone.
And it hits a resistance.
It hits a resistance zone where it sells. It's a resistance zone twice, sorry. It's a resistance zone twice where it sells. It hits the resistance zone twice where it sells. Let's go. No. No. The best way to trade the double top pattern, the best way to trade the double top pattern is to wait for a breakout of the neckline.
Wait for the breakout
of the neckline. So wait for a breakout of the neckline. I've ever seen that.
Yes.
So write so copy. I'll still explain everything, but let's write the notes down. How to trade the double top pattern. How to trade the double top pattern. One, enter on the close of the false breakout candle. Enter on the close. Enter on the close. Enter on the close. Enter on the close of the false breakout candle. Below the resistance area. Enter on the close of the false breakout candle below the resistance area.
So
Like below
is it
resistance.
false or first?
False. When you say something is false, it's not true. You understand? False. False accusation. False. F-A-L-S-E.
Wait, coach, enter on the fourth. I thought it's first instead of, is it false or first?
False.
False. When someone say I accused him falsely, F-A-L-S-E. Did you get that now? I
Yes.
didn't mention first too. False.
It's, what is first?
And change it now.
He said below the resistance.
below the resistance level.
Okay.
Are we there?
Yes.
2, wait for the break. Wait for the breakout. Wait for the breakout of the neckline or support area. Wait for the breakout of the support area or the neckline before selling the market. Are we there? Are we there?
Yeah.
It's a
Yes.
fact, because we're also going to treat double bottom today. So everybody look up at my screen. What trend do you think this is?
Trend.
Uptrend, is it not?
Yes.
Yes.
Good. Now, one of the things I told you that makes an uptrend is because the market keeps making series of higher highs. That is, the last impulsive move is always higher than the previous one. That is what makes it an uptrend. So let me number this side now. So let's say the impulsive move that moved from point 1 to A was a buy move, true or false?
Mhm.
Good. Now everybody, the red areas are actually representing my sell candles, while those blue areas are like the buy moves, is not. So now look at the buy that went from point B to 2 was higher than the one that went from point A to 1. True or true?
True. True.
Good. Now look again. The buy that went from point C to 3 was higher than the one that went from point B to 2. Is that a true statement?
True.
Good. Now look at it again. The buy that went from point D to 3 was higher than the one that went from point C to 3. Is that a true statement or a false one?
True.
Only one person is on this call.
So you said
Some of you are just saying true without even checking what I'm saying. I'm gonna start again. Stay with me. If you are not with me, I won't come back again after this. I'm going to start from the beginning. The buy that went from point A to 1, another buy move B to 2. The buy that went from this B to point 2 was higher than A to 1. True or false?
true.
Good. Only Benedicta is here, right? The one that went from point C to 3, this C to 3, was higher than B to 2. True or false?
True.
Good. The one that now went from point D to 3 was higher than from point C to 3. True or false?
False.
Who said true? Who said false?
False.
False.
Read
I
on
said
the card box.
so.
I know Benedicta's voice, don't worry. Now
False.
I'm with your voice. Jessica, the one that has sleepy voice, is not discussed today, but Jessica, cool. I'm on. Where are you? Arinze, are you on this call?
Yes, I'm here. Coach.
If you don't pay attention and you come and ask me about a trend that has this pattern I'm teaching you, I won't answer you. Right? I normally start from head and shoulder, but I purposely start from this pattern because majority of the pattern in the market right now are doing this. So let me see all the people that said true. Let me see all the people that said false. And it's obvious. It's not a look at how the other ones went. But the last one, in reality, did not go higher. It's very plain to see. So if your answer was false, you were correct. I'm only saying one answer. What happened? I said we should type. Why is it that only one person typed false? What happened to the rest of us? Oh, okay. We're waiting, Abby. It's okay. Let's continue. I will not. Don't worry. I know the people I always pay attention to. When you come and ask me a question about this, I'll not answer because I know you were not following in class. Good. So it's a false. Now, remember that this is a sell move. One of the things I taught you that when a trend is likely to reverse, I told you that an uptrend that wants to reverse most likely will stop making higher highs. It was one of the trend reversal signals I taught you. So by this next buy move, getting to this point and then sellers taking over was like a first red flag that this last buy move did not go higher than the last one. Now, not just that, it respected a particular resistance. Remember, resistance is where sellers come into the market and sell. So first time, what happened? Sellers came here at this point 3, when this impulsive move went up, and they sold. Buyers tried to push back this resistance. They could not. It now made 2 selling points. Those 2 points, your double top, that's why it's called double. Meaning there must be 2 points where sellers respected a resistance zone. That's why it's called double top. Are you getting the analogy now? The name double top is because of these 2 cell formations that respected the same zone. But at this point, the market did not reverse yet. Because why? Who can tell me why this market is not reversed yet? Who can tell me why? If you understand market reversal very well, talk with confidence. Who can tell me why this market is not reversed? We can't say it has reversed at this point. Remember, this pattern is just the signs. It's like saying you are married to a woman who wants to leave the marriage. She stops cooking your food. The point she stops cooking your food, she has not left, but she's beginning to give you attitude. Do you understand? Those attitudes are just what? Signs. Hope you know that. But can you say you are divorced? No. Why? Because she's still in your marriage. Am I making sense?
Yes.
So now who can look at this trend and tell me why is this trend not reversed yet?
Because of the
I
trend,
think it's not on the trend line.
the trend line.
Good. Market is still inside the trend line. So Arinze, when you come and show me trend that the market, how are you telling me you still want to buy an uptrend when you are seeing that the market is no longer inside the uptrend? I don't understand. Hope you are noticing those differences now. Please pay attention. So at this point, the market is only giving us the red flags, but it's still within the trend. Now look at what you wrote in your notes. I now said one of the best way to trade is when the market breaks the neckline. The neckline we are talking about is the same time I taught you in trend reversal. This is the neckline. The neckline is that M. When the M forms fully. Let me show you the neckline here. Sorry, don't mind this my drawing this trend, but this is what we call the neckline. Meaning below that M. Can you see the M? This is an M, yes. Right? I'm trying to good. So until this place breaks, before you have a full reversal. So when I want to relate this place to this trend, we're talking about the next support. Remember what I told you that it's not enough for candle to close outside the trend line. It must close below this next zone. If it breaks the next support, I didn't even draw this one very well. I see this is not really looking very well like this, but this is how it looks. Do you understand? You know, this is just manual drawing. So where is the next support we are talking about? This is the zone. So until market closes outside of your trend line, until market closes outside of this trend line, it's not enough to close outside the trend line. It needs to close and break this support, which is also like the neck, what we call the neckline. So in trend reversal, we say when candle closes outside your trend line, it needs to close below the next support for you to have a downtrend. Now remember, this signal or this pattern is also a downtrend reversal sign. So it's like saying that your neckline is also still the next support market needs to break for us to have a full confirmation. Did what I just said, did it make sense?
Yes.
If it did not make sense,
sorry, please come again. Coach.
Ariza, is that?
Yes, I'm the one.
Now, I know I gave you that trend reversal video to watch. In trend reversals, we always say the first thing, apart from market stop making higher highs, a positive candle getting shorter. The moment candle closes outside your daily trend, is like a first red flag. True or false? But I now say, even if candle closes outside of your daily trend, you don't have a reversal yet until it breaks the next support or the next resistance. In this case now, this is the next support outside of this trend line. True or false, Arinze? This zone I marked, this box. Arinze, now you ask question. This zone now, this box area is the next support outside of this trend line. True or false?
True.
So if a candle close outside of this trend line around there, we don't have a full reversal until it breaks this support. When it breaks, it's like saying sellers broke the support. When it breaks support, it turns to a resistance. That's what I taught us. So meaning when that happens, you now have a reversal. So this same support is also the neckline of this letter M or this M formation. Is like saying this to trade this, for you to have a full reversal, the market needs to also close below that neckline. And that neckline is also the same as the support, the next support. Arinze, do you understand now? He asked the question. He wasn't following again. You still come and say, coach. But for the rest of us that were following, did you understand that part?
Yes.
Yes.
Arinze, are you on this call? Arinze, I'm looking at you on this call. Why are you not responding? Okay, I'll keep mute. Next year, you're going to come back. So, one of the ways we said the best way to trade is to wait for the break of this M. But I now also give you another one. Waiting for the breakout of this M. Yes, right? But the stop loss would have been huge. What do I mean? If you look at the M pattern, you're entering around this when the market retests. Remember when it breaks, wait for a retest. You're entering around it. The best stop loss for a double top is above this M formation. Everybody pay attention. Based on general teaching, your stop loss should be above this. It's like saying anything that makes this market reverse all the way here, close above this last resistance. Like saying it has made it higher high. So meaning the market is no longer selling. True or false? I don't know if you are getting my point. Getting me, come attention. Remember, an uptrend is back when it keeps making higher high. So say that makes this buy back all the way, close above this last resistance, and buys up. Like saying that buy has created another high higher than this. That's why they always put the stop loss above the M pattern. But look at from my point of view, if I'm putting my stop loss here, and we are saying the best place to enter is when it breaks here. Can you see that the stop loss and the edge area is very wide? Is it not? It's not advised. Me, I wouldn't advise that way. So what I would suggest is two things. From the moment the market creates this double top, how do I mean? One, you see a sell candle that closes below this one. Who is that? Mute your mic if you are the one with that background, noisy background. I hope it's not really because I was asking for the answer. Okay, so instead of waiting till it enters here, of course, I'll still enter here when it breaks. But the moment I sight this double top, how will I sight it? When a buy moves goes there and suddenly a sell candle, maybe like an engulfing candle, or best bet, a pin bar. A pin bar, why we call it a false breakout is this. A buy candle will close, will go up first, as if it's breaking the zone. But by the time that candle is closing, it will now close below this zone and have a long wick at the top. That's what we call false breakout. And I think that was what they used to hit my stop loss today. The wick went above the zone, and then the candle closed back inside the zone. That's what we, false breakout means the candle first went on top of the zone, as if buyers were breaking it. That's why we always say wait for candle closing. But by the time the candle was closing, you just discover that the sellers pushed it back and you have something that looks like a pin bar. I hope everybody on this call knows what we mean by pin bar. Who does not know what we mean by pin bar? This is what I mean. A long wick, then you have this small body under. So meaning the wick, I didn't draw this very well. Oh yeah, no, what's this? Stay with me. Sorry for my drawing. But I hope you know this looks like a pin bar now. Pin bar, that's the bearish one. Remember the bearish one has a long wick at the top and then the body like this. This armor is still pin bar. True or false? They are no longer of this color.
True, coach.
So what I'm saying is when this candle was opening, remember I taught us the reason behind this. What it means is during the life of this candle, buyers pushed it all the way above, sellers pushed it down. That's why it closed with the wick. So you might see a situation where this buy move that went here now would go above even this last resistance, giving you the impression that buyers are breaking it. But by the time the candle is closing, you just discover that it closed with a wick. So that wick is what we call the false breakout, meaning that wick went on top of this zone as if it was breaking out. Meaning the buy candle went as if it was breaking out, only for it when it's closing to come back and close within the zone. If it closed within the zone, it means sellers pushed it back down. So that candle that will look like this is what we call the false breakout. Do you understand what a false breakout means now? Like a candle that opens above a zone and then now closes back inside that zone. That's the English. False. It broke out, but it was false because the breakout did not close on top of the zone. So sometimes when that candle closed and it's a bearish candle, so far it was a resistance here, seller sold first and then it closed back. Immediately it closed back with this candle. Remember I told you this candle, when you see it around the major resistance, is a sell pattern. I would have sold immediately. I will now put my stop loss. You see the height this candle got to when it was pressed down. It's like saying buyers could not even go here, sellers put them down. So I'll put my stop loss above the wick of this candle. I can just move it a little bit space off and put my stop loss there. So if I'm entering around here, let's say this candle now had a wick. The wick is outside of this zone, but this body part now, this part is the one that closed under this zone. If the wick stops here, I'll put my stop loss just above that wick and I will enter the sell at that same resistance zone where the body of this part closed in, because I saw a bearish signal. Meaning is now a double top. Once the sell resistance and the sellers came in here at this resistance and this candle closing below that same resistance. So immediately I would sell. Those are the two ways I say you can sell. I will sell immediately that candle close, and then I can ride it all the way here. Are you getting me? So my stop loss now, I'm risking little. Unlike the person that put stop loss above this zone and is entering here. Are you getting me now? This way you have more reward to risk ratio. Does that make sense? But this is it. The moment I sell from here, as it's approaching this next support, I will get out. You know why? Because this support, you don't know whether this M is strong enough to break it now, or probably it will still play around. Because remember, it's coming towards a support, and support is where buyers can likely come in. So if I've been selling all the way, of course, you are supposed to take profit at the next zone. So me, I'll just wait small before it gets to that zone. So if this price zone was 1.3, I'll get out at 1.1 before it touches the 1.3, sorry. Or I'll get out at 1.5 before it gets to 1.3, just close to that zone. Does that make sense? And if you like, you can still use the same zone as your TP. Does it make sense, everybody?
Yes.
If you don't, please identify. So that first way is what we call the false breakout. We're still going to treat a false breakout topic, but that's simply what it means. So you wait for it and then you enter for a sell. If after you get out of here, the market now later breaks the zone, you continue selling again. Join when it returns that zone, you join the sell again. Now let me show you an example of this pattern you will now see on GBP USD. If I were you, I would go to GBP USD right now and try to see if this pattern forms something that looks like a double top. If you are there, if you see it, let me know. If what you see looks like a double top, let me know.
Good. GBP USD.
Yes.
Yes, I've seen it.
Who saw it? But on daily,
Yes, I've seen it.
it's only Arinze that saw it. Arinze, you always talk when you want, but when I was asking you questions, you don't talk.
My iPod was connected to another. My phone was connected to another device. So I did not hear you.
Okay. So everybody look at, can you see my screen now? Can you see that before we had an uptrend? I'm coming. I'll show you very well. Can you see that before now we had an uptrend on this GU? Meaning that for you to see a double top, you should most likely be looking at an uptrend market. True or false?
True.
So you won't be looking for a double top in a downtrend. Now look at that upper part. This one did not even close with a false breakout, but you will see 2 points where the market resisted that resistance. If there's any English like that, you can see the first one. I'm pointing the arrows at. Let me remove the line first so I can use the arrow. Look at the first time the market sold from that resistance. This was one. Then the second time it bought here. You know, the market had been creating higher highs. All of a sudden, this buy move, it did not close above this resistance. It really, really struggled. You would have seen the candles there. All those candles were giving us those red signals. Can you see Doji? It gave a bullish pin bar, but that bullish did not have strength. It did not close. Followed by a Doji, another one again, followed by a Doji. Just and by the time all of that happened, you would have been telling you that this market is struggling. Even if you look at it codedly, it ranged. This range would have been very obvious on H4. Can you see it was moving to the side at some point? We're seeing what I'm saying. It's forming a sideways movement. Those were all the signs of reversals I told you. Market stop making higher highs. Market of the impulsive move start getting smaller. Even if you did not, we're not sure. At the point this sell candle came out, I would have joined. The moment this closed, I would have joined the sell and I would have sold, right? It kept selling. Can you see? But do you know that it has not broken the neckline? Who saw that? So if you had joined from this top, at least you would have sold to the next zone that I told you that exits before it gets to the neckline. Because that neckline, why is the neckline? Because neckline is the home of buyers. It's the support area. So buying force might come in. That's what I told you, that before you get to that zone, just exit. Take your profit away with you. At least you that sold all the way from here would have made a lot of money too. Yeah. Do you understand? So until it breaks this neckline, this pattern, our reversal is not confirmed though. It's still what I taught you in trend reversals. Candle, this was the candle that closed outside of this upper trend line, right? We now said for this reversal to be confirmed, market needs to do what? Break the next support. That next support is the M shape. Can you see this thing looks like an M? That's a double top pattern right there. So this reversal will be fully confirmed when it breaks here. But some people would have made more money if they were selling all the way down. So what I'm expecting now is this move here is likely a retest, right? Sometimes market can even retest, touch this trend line back, and then fall all the way down. And when it falls down, it might now break this. Then now we don't have a complete reversal yet, even though the market has closed outside of our trend line. So this pattern is saying for you to be very sure you have a reversal, wait till it breaks this neckline. Wait till it breaks this neckline. When it now breaks, you can wait for a quick retest of the neckline. Then what do? You join the sell movement. So when it now sells, it's going to go the same way all this thing goes. It's going to sell down to the next one, sell to the next one, and then you have a complete reversal. But if this buy move like this, if buyers take over this market, push all the way to the trend line, instead of selling, they close above this trend line and went past this last resistance, market just make another higher high, meaning uptrend continue. Are we understand? That's why they always say the best place to put the stop loss is above this zone, because sometimes you can still play around there and it's not hitting your stop loss yet, right? It can still play around, then all of a sudden, if momentum comes into the market, it breaks and continues. Do we understand that M pattern? Is it hard?
No.
It's called the double top. So that's what you spot out about double top. So this one now, it did not create a false breakout. Some you'll see a long wick will close above. It will first go above the resistance, only for the candle, body of the candle come and close back inside. It will look something like this. There is a candle that looks like that. Yeah, but this one didn't close above the zone. Let me borrow the arrow and show you the candle. Can you see this candle? It looks like the pin bar I'm talking about. But if it was a false breakout, that wick will be above the zone. It would have gone, meaning when that candle first opened, it will look like a buy candle is going above. But by the time it closed, it will just close back inside the zone. So this kind of candle is what I say the false breakout. So let's say this candle closed above the zone. Your stop loss would have been above the wick. You can just move it like 20 pips away because market is crazy. They do a lot of manipulations. They can wick it and then hit your stop loss, and then you just see that the thing will fall. Right? So that happens very well. Like I told you, it happened to me today now. Right? But that one was not a double top. That was a flat pattern. It was gathering momentum and just hits people's stop loss and then left. So any question on this double top, ladies and gentlemen? Is it very explanatory?
Yes.
Yes, coach.
Every other set, I've always taken them with a double bottom together. But I don't know, let me check our time. Are you in a hurry? Or can you still spare? Okay, we have like 15 more minutes. Okay, let me see. So let me now do a recap. The recap is this. A double top pattern, you only look for it in an uptrend when you're expecting a likely reversal to the downside. If it's going to be a double bottom, you'll be looking for that one in where? A downtrend, where the market might likely reverse to an uptrend. So like the way this is GBP USD right now, I could go and check USD JPY. If that one is reversing to an uptrend, you might likely be having a double bottom on that. Are we understanding? So the assignment is this. You are going to go into the market and look for instances where the market did a double top. Meaning, when you come, before you scan me screenshots, let's be sure that you saw at least 2 points. 2 points on the resistance when the market dropped. That's an example of a double top. Good. I want to show you another scenario. Why? I'm going to tell you why this is not a double top, or why you won't count this as a double top. Has anybody seen the one I want to show you?
Yes.
You saw it, bar. Can you see this market 2 point here? Can you see? And then that's a double top. It looks like an M. But I won't call this a double top because this market was still in a downtrend. But it was also because a double top is supposed to be a reversal. So I mean, the market must have been buying, except you now want to joke around and say, okay, let's look at this uptrend. You know, there was a mini uptrend here, but this mini uptrend was inside a downtrend. It was a pullback move. So at this point where this trend was breaking, it formed a double top there and broke the downside. But the one you're going to send me, let me be the one I'm seeing in an uptrend. And then the market is reversing to a downtrend. Do you get? So let me show you an example of a double bottom. Double bottom too looks similar. I'm seeing one here, but it's not really, I can't really call it double bottom. It didn't really form yet. This was one. The other one that is supposed to look at, the double bottom will now look like a W shape. Are you getting it? So this one now wanted to form like one W. Can you see? This is a double bottom here. But it wasn't really a double bottom because it didn't come all the way down. This one went a little bit up. So this one was not really a neat one. There was a bit of market manipulation around here. So maybe the next class will still go over double bottom very well. Right? You said what? I can't hear you.